Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back here with the second video. Hey, I hope you enjoy it. And to be honest, as much as I'm probably a bit too honest most of the time, as much as I would love for all possible people to check out my videos, I often say this really is geared toward football fans, especially those who are interested in Italian football and in particular in AC Milan, but those who are interested in football generally, or those who might be curious to find out about football, even if you're not really, or you've never been into football. But anyway, I hope people out there enjoy it. I forgot to actually create the poll that I meant to create. Sorry, just bear with me. So I wanted to ask, do you think Italian football and Celtic, as always include Celtic, sorry about that. Completely forgot to put the poll in. I did want to ask some questions in the live chat, but I forgot to say sorry. There's my memory problems. But anyway, yeah, sorry. I hope people enjoy this. It's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, skills and goals. I suppose I'm stuck in two minds when it comes to Zlatan, because he does, on the one hand, he comes across a bit arrogant, or he can be probably a bit arrogant, or maybe he's just opinionative. And I think once he described himself as God, or something like that. And so I do find him a bit arrogant, to be honest with you. And also, that's what, just a bit arrogant and possibly condescending or whatever. I suppose that goes hand in glove. But on the other hand, he does have a great amount of skills, and perhaps that arrogance is a bit like just his confidence, but he shows it in a bit of a negative way in a way. But although he did help AC Milan to win a title in Serie A, but unfortunately didn't help him to do that well in Europe. But he is a very skillful and talented player. I remember a goal he scored for Sweden against England. I thought that was one of the best goals, if not the best goal I've ever seen. So I will give him that credit. But he can be a bit arrogant. And I didn't like the fact that he smoked the cigar to celebrate winning the league, because I thought that was a bit, some of the AC Milan players, and I thought that was a bit of a bad, how can I put it? It's being a bit of a bad role model for the young ones in Italy, or around the world even, but especially in Italy, which I would love for them not to smoke or even drink alcohol or take drugs or things like that, but instead play football. And like, football could be used to stop people from breaking the law. I've gone a bit off topic, but this is my second video of the day. I was going to say, anyway, as I say, I hope you enjoy. I know I'm waffling a bit, but I wanted to make some of these reaction videos. I was struggling to decide what to cover, because I wanted to cover like stuff about my mental health problems, which I've been trying to cover for a long time. Probably I'll cover those in February or March or whatever, but I don't think I'm going to do it this month. But for Mental Health Monday, I want to talk about my mad punctuation, omitted punctuation, and my hoarding habits, and like my embarrassing hoarding sort of situation, and how I struggle to control my punctuation and hoarding and things like that. And then I wanted to cover some videos about Milan, but I also wanted to be a bit sort of miscellaneous or flexible for Monday, so I thought I'd mix up a bit. But anyway, I suppose I'm going to probably focus more on Italian football, and I hope to cover Inter Milan as well, and some reaction videos to Inter Milan and Monza. And I wanted to talk about, really, while I'm doing these sort of reactions, I did want to sort of more talk about my dreams for Italy to produce or make or create, so to speak, the next, as it's a Monday, maybe I'll say make, but I often say produce the next best players. I dream that Italy itself can produce players like Zlatan, who is an example, really. I'm hoping to make some videos on Zizou, but he's an example of migration, I suppose, because I think his family's Bosnian or something like that. They probably escaped a war, unfortunately, as that might be, or something like that. I don't know the full story, but he went to Sweden. He doesn't look like what I would class as a traditional Swede. I always imagine him being blonde or whatever, but maybe that's just my naivety or whatever, my ignorance perhaps, or the way they're portrayed in the media or whatever. But anyway, he's from a migrant background, and he's a very skilled and talented footballer in my, or he was, and he probably still is, although he's a bit old now. And gosh, I know I do waffle, sorry. But yeah, I dream for Italian teams like AC Milan and the national team also to produce the next, or make, or create, again, make, as someone else say, made in Italy, to have academies that produce the next Zidane and Zlatan and players like that, and migration might actually help to do that. So I hope that will improve relations between Italians and migrants, especially from Africa, but even from Asia and around the world. They could be the next Zlatan or the next Kante, the next Pele, the next Zizou or whatever. This could go on Henri or whatever. Some of those great players that I think would be cool to see produced or made in Italy, so to speak, even if they come from overseas, their families or whatever. So I'd love to know what Italians think about that. I know Italians can be a bit racist, which is a bit of a dilemma for me supporting their teams. But I have realised I've waffled for 6 minutes, but I did want to mention that point. And anyway, I'm going to roll the clip. I might cover some things. A few points I was going to make that I forgot. So I might cover those at the end of this video if I remember them. But anyway, hope you enjoy. Oh, by the way, please check out the AC Milan official YouTube channel and check out their social media stuff, website, and that kind of thing as well, especially their YouTube. I was going to say, please check out their YouTube and that kind of thing if you'd be so kind. As I often mention, I often watch the adverts just to give them more money for their channel, which I hope the club will reinvest into the improvements, so it benefit AC Milan. I'd love to see Italian teams, as I say, do as well as possible in the future, have as much money as possible, and bring in the best possible players, like Zlatan, Ibrahimovic, Ronaldo, and players like that in the future. Obviously, people like Messi and all that, the next Messi and people like that. It'd be cool if an Italian team could get Pep Guardiola, as I said in my previous video, if they could tempt him from Man City and that kind of thing. I'll say I think he can be a bit arrogant, but he does have very arrogant, but he does have a lot of skills. He is a very talented person, very talented player. And I think he could be a great ambassador for AC Milan. But I'd love to know what you think, as ever. I like that back heel. So guys, this video's gone a bit longer than planned, so I just realized this video is about 10 minutes long itself. So I know I didn't really react to the goals so much, but please check it out. It's Zlatan Ibrahimovic skills and goals on the official AC Milan channel. Please subscribe to their channel. Hope they'll get as many subscribers as possible. I'd love to know what people think, including like neutrals or people who are interested in football generally. Like, what do you think of AC Milan? And what do you think of their kit? I love their kit for some reason. Their black and white kit, black and red kit. Sorry, big pardon. Traditionally, even though red's not necessarily my favorite color, for some reason I love the black and red kit. I don't know why, but I think it's like, it just reminds me of Milan, AC Milan, like the legend behind it and the history and that kind of thing. As a fan of Italian football generally, for some reason I think I prefer that more than the black and blue of Inter Milan. I don't know, it's quite kind of close, even though normally I probably prefer blue over red, but for some reason the black and red sort of goes together. But yeah, please check out that video. And again, I'd love to know what you think about Milan, AC Milan, what you think about the kit, and also about, I meant to ask in the Q&A, but I forgot to ask any questions before I uploaded, before I went live, or I often do that, but due to my memory, but disorganization, or when I'm in a rush to make the video. But yeah, so I'd love to know what you think about Milan, what AC Milan, what do you think about the kit, what do you think about Italian football, and do you think Italian teams could tempt Pep Guardiola or people like that, or Ange Postecoglou, to come in and bring that attacking style of play? AC Milan's unique in Italian football in the sense that they they generally have played a more attacking sort of football in their history, where compared to other Italian teams, apparently, probably even before my time, or before I knew much about football, or even before I was born, perhaps, all those years ago, as old as I am. But I'd love to know who you think, also from Milan fans, who are your biggest legends. That's perhaps something I could have asked in the Q&A, but I did try and type it, but I thought I'd disturb the video a bit. But I thought I might as well just ask in the video itself. But yeah, I'd love to know, like, who are your biggest legends of AC Milan? What are your least and most favourite things about AC Milan, and also about Zlatan? Do you find him a bit arrogant or a bit annoying, or do you admire his skills, or a bit of both, or whatnot? And I'd love to see, I forgot to also say in the intro, I often mention this, but I'd love to see AC Milan being co-owned by all possible teams that begin, companies and investors that begin with A, as I mentioned in some previous videos, I know. But anyway, I am out. Peace and love.